everybody, this is Stitch1993 and welcome to another VHS Pile video where I talk about media that is exclusive to the VHS format. Now, as usual, I'll go over the VHS box and the tape itself, and then I'll go over the contents on the tape. And you know, love 'em or hate 'em, Disney just has a lot of stuff that comes out around the holidays. Most of it nowadays is exclusive to Disney+. We occasionally still get something on Blu-ray and DVD, or maybe theaters. But back in growing up in the 90s and definitely in the 70s and 80s and beforehand, Disney would sometimes just put some stuff together for a holiday season. Sometimes it was a brand new short, sometimes it was a movie, and like today, it's a little hodgepodge. So, today we're talking about A Disney Christmas Gift. This originally aired on Disney back in December in 1982 on, of course, CBS, because this is before Disney had its own channel, and was part of the what is nowadays called the Wonderful World of Walt Disney. Which, if that sounds familiar, that's kind of their thing that they use for anything that wasn't that was going to air on either CBS and then later on the Disney Channel, that they really couldn't fit into any other genre or anything there. So sometimes they'd just be like, that's how you would watch some of their films. Sometimes they would do made-for-TV movies like the 1990s Cinderella. And other times like this, it was kind of like if you mixed the 12 Days of Christmas VHS from the Sing-Along series with Fun and Fancy Free. It was just kind of a mixture of live-action shorts with the costumes and, scenes of Walt Disney Land. And other parts were just parts of films that kind of, either were holiday themed or just kind of gave off the holiday themed. So let's look at the box here, and then I'll go over kind of, what was included. I won't go over everything in detail because it's mostly all stuff from previous films and shorts. So, the front of the box is a nice, Christmas red color. We've got characters such as Peter Pan, Merlin, Arthur, Bambi, Thumper, Cinderella, a couple of the mice, and of course Mickey at the bottom here dressed up as Santa. At the top we got Walt Disney Home Video, A Disney Christmas Gift, and then in that in smaller font it says including scenes from Bambi, Cinderella, Peter Pan, and more. On the spine, it's got that same Walt Disney Home Video and the Disney Christmas Gift font, same red color. And on the bottom here has the VHS info. And then on the back, we got a nice red border surrounded by, I want to say, pink or maybe salmon color background. A Disney Christmas Gift is now in the red font. That's the same as the border in the front there. At the bottom, we've got showing scenes from Peter Pan and Sword in the Stone, and then we've got this is a scene from Donald. I believe this is the Clock Watcher here, and it says executive producer William Robert Yates, prepared by Ed Ropolo, Frank Brandt, Daryl Sutton, Joan Spolini, with the talents of Bobby Driscoll, Verna Felton, Frances Langford, Eileen Woods, songs You Can Fly by Sammy Cahn and Sammy Fain, additional music by John Debney, On Christmas Morning, lyrics by Linda Laurie, music by John Debney. Here's Christmas Ho-Ho Home Entertainment at its merriest, a holiday collection of classic scenes from Walt Disney's best-loved animated feature films and cartoon shorts. Bambi gets a rollicking skating lesson that brings Thumper to a slushy stop. Then all it takes is a happy thoughts, toys at Christmas, sleigh bells, snow, and it's off to Neverland. We go as the genius of Disney animation takes flight in a sparkling sequence from Peter Pan. Magical moments from Cinderella, The Sword of the Stone, along with the Christmas capers of Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Pluto, and Chippendale, make this package spill over with Yuletide fun. Include scenes from Bambi, The Sword of the Stone, Peter Pan, Cinderella, plus Pluto's Christmas Tree, Once Upon a Winter Time, The Clock Watcher, The Night Before Christmas. And then it has the running time of 47 minutes. It is, of course, in color. It's not rated. And then at the bottom it has the Walt Disney Home Video information. And then the tape itself is the regular black tape. In the middle we've got a large sticker that kind of goes over the regular rectangle. And then in black font it's got a Disney Christmas gift. The same color, 47 minutes information. And not rated, NTSC standard. And then we've got the Walt Disney Home Video logo with the Sorcerer Mickey logo emblem that they would use during that time, and then the copyright information at the bottom. And as I said, this is, and as the video it says itself, this is kind of a compilation of just a bunch of different shorts and scenes from classic Disney films from the 40s and 50s and so on. So the segments that it includes is Once Upon a Winter Time from Melody Time, Pluto's Christmas Tree, it shows the whole short of that, Bambi and Thumper scene from Bambi, the You Can Fly scene from Peter Pan, the Clock Watcher, or at least most of it short. We've got a scene from The Sword and the Stone. We've got, just a regular, the famous scene from Cinderella, and we've got the Night Before Christmas short that it's been included in a couple other compilations there. I believe this was also included in the Walt Disney Collection DVDs, like Volume 2 or 3 back when they were re-releasing all those. And then between all that is, as I said, live action vignettes of the walk around characters showing off different Christmas decorations that were at Disneyland at the time. It was my first introduction to Disneyland. Like, these were the first scenes I ever saw showing this is what Disneyland was, or at least this is what Disneyland was during the 80s at around Christmas time. I always find it interesting that during this time, all the stuff in the windows wasn't really themed to Disney. Like, some of it may have like some Mickey Mouse toys and stuff, but mostly it was just kind of Christmas decorations that were just kind of semi-generic. Some of it was, of course, like animatronic, but not to the degree that we see nowadays. Mostly just kind of your simple motorized type of, like, either like on a dolly or on a spindle, Lazy Susan type of motor. They're just kind of being shown off of just a repetitious action there, with the song playing on Christmas morning. You can see clips of this on YouTube. Some channels have it like divided up into the segments, and then you can find the full version on the Internet Archive. It's not that hard to find in person. I've come across maybe 2 or 3 copies in the wild in the areas that sell VHSs. So if you're in the holiday mood and you want to just have something playing in the background while like the kids are opening presents, or you're throwing a Christmas or Disney themed holiday party, I would definitely recommend checking this out. It's very calm throughout most of the video, and it's also just something nice to nap to as well. But now I want to know your thoughts. Did you grow up with this VHS, or did you watch it when it came on television? Or is this your first time hearing out about it? Or are you, familiar with some of the shorts, but not all of them? And, let me know. And until next time, thank you and have a good day. Bye-bye.